getting ready for Amazon in 2020 here in Australia. It's going to be big. I can guarantee it's going to be big, and it's starting to grow. If you guys didn't know, it launched back in 2017, but now coming into 2020, it has grown, and that has already been shown over these Christmas holidays that have just happened just now. It's already grown. I've seen it with my own sales, I've seen it with my student sales, and you can just see it in the market. Australia is finally slowly getting onto the bandwagon of online selling, e-commerce, all that kind of thing. It's slowly happening, but the growth it's just going to happen. There's no doubt about it, and it's happening right now. So before I get into some of the things that you need to focus on, what I would personally focus on and what I will be focusing on in 2020 when it comes to Amazon, before I get into that, if this is the first video you've seen of me, you're probably thinking, who is this? My name is Jack, and I have been doing this YouTube channel for almost 2 years now. I think it's about 1.5 years. Been selling on Amazon for longer than that, maybe about 2 to 3 years. But only just recently started growing on the Aussie market alongside my students. I do have my own course as well. Stuff like, I'm not going to really talk about my course in this video. If you do want to check it out, it's linked down below. I teach people how to sell in the US and predominantly on the Aussie market as well. So before I get into any of that, who am I? I've just been, selling on Amazon for a few years now, and just getting into. I'm all about e-commerce. It's all about, doing what you can to try and make money online. It's not all about this, passive income, sort of this, freedom kind of bullshit. I don't think of it like that. I think of it as creating real online businesses to actually have that online income, because a lot of people, they like working their job, but they want some extra income. There's other people like myself who don't want to work for other people, and they want to have their own online business. Stuff like that takes work, and that's what I've been doing, for the last few years now. Is just trying to build up my stuff there. I've got my own Amazon stuff. I've got my course as well, which is another business, and then now lately I'm starting to get into Shopify as well, which you'll probably see more about in 2020. But without further ado, what do, because some people ask as well, do I still sell on Amazon? Yes and no. Like, I sell a little bit here. I'll show you some sales from the Aussie market that I've had over the Christmas period with one of my newer products that I've just launched. I'm also going to grow on the Aussie market. I don't necessarily sell in the US market anymore, because I'm also just focused on the students, and then now focusing on really growing and improving Ecom Excellence, which is my own personal course and brand, and just making sure that all the students are taken care of in there and actually getting results in there, because my biggest thing is making sure that other people are getting results in there. But apart from that, I'm not going to talk about the course anymore. Basically, when it comes down to Amazon in 2020, what are some of the biggest things that I would be looking at personally, what I'm going to be looking for? When it comes to selling on Amazon, you're really going to have to really be on point with your brand. When it comes to Australians using doing e-commerce and buying online and that, they're really big on brands. I've noticed in America, a lot of Americans, they don't really care if it's off-brand stuff. Not as much as Aussies. Now, Aussies still buy off-brand stuff. There's nothing wrong with buying off-brand stuff, but a lot of Aussies still like the idea of buying a brand and knowing something, knowing a brand, to have that sort of check mark in their mind that they're buying a good product. So when it comes to selling on Amazon, that's one of the biggest things is your branding. Now, another big thing, this is pretty self-explanatory, but product quality. Now, branding, product quality. If you have a product that is high quality, that people need, and that is heavily branded, which some of my students do, and they're the ones that are starting to stand out now, the ones that are actually strongly branded, they're the ones that are growing their sales now and starting to get on top of the market. That you're pretty much, if you've got a product that's like that, you pretty much won. You started dominating the market when it comes to Amazon. So first thing is branding. Second thing, it would be a high quality product. Third thing would probably be, and I'm just running off this off the top of my head as well, because this is stuff that I've learned over the last year or so, teaching people, like last 1.5 years teaching people and coming into the Aussie market, selling myself. It's something that I've learned a lot about. The third thing will definitely be a product that people want or need. If you can have both, something that they want and they need, then go with that. But if you have a product that people need, then without a doubt you'll be selling. If it's a high quality product, people need it, it solves a problem, then without a doubt, you will be fine. You will eventually make sales, and it's going to be a lot better. It's better than sinking a whole ton of money into a product that that is crap and no one's going to use it, brings no value to people, you're not going to end up selling. So that's a third thing as well. I haven't really talked about this, but fifth thing is probably going to be a different kind of strategy than, like I was saying, to what I've been talking about. I would be launching as many products as I can. I would be trying to get my selling limit up, because when it comes to Amazon Australia, Amazon only really lets you get in just under 300 units. I think it's 299 max as your first order. Then when you start selling, you can get in touch with them, and they can lift that unit max. So hopefully you can get to like 500 units max or 1,000 units max. So then you can just keep launching products. Obviously the goal is to save as much money as you can for your first order. Put through that first order, even if it's small. Once you get some money back from that first order, the plan should be to launch different products. And if you've branded it, let's just say if you're in the coffee niche, let's say you launch a coffee maker, and then you have different coffee accessories, or even stuff like coffee mugs and that. I don't really suggest you sell coffee mugs, but it's just going into that whole niche. You could pretty much, if you've got a strong branded coffee brand that is just fully selling in that niche, if you launch all these products now and grow them now, then when that influx of people does start coming in, which it already is doing now, you're going to be up the top of that. Imagine if people go into Amazon and the first product they see is yours, and then they go through in the coffee niche, and then, oh, that's the same brand. They've got different products. Okay, this product has good reviews. Okay, I'm going to give this a go. And then you've got something like the best sellers badge in Amazon, or you've got the Amazon's Choice badge. Guarantee you, without a doubt, there's going to be sellers that are going to be showing their stats. Now, this might not be my students, it might not be anything to do that's affiliated with me. It might, and then it may even be so, but without a doubt, there's going to be sellers that are going to be showing off their sales in the next year or two that are going to have like 20k months, 30k months, and then eventually even 50k months and above. So without a doubt, that's the way that e-commerce is going here in Australia. And if you're looking to sell on Amazon, it's such a viable business, and I just really want to push that into you guys, and just really make you guys understand that Amazon is so powerful. It's such an easy business model. There's so much that you can do with it, and there's just so many options, and you can do it from home. That's the biggest thing. You can do it from home using a laptop and internet connection. And I don't want to sound like one of those American advertisements for Amazon FBA where you're gonna all of a sudden make all this money on Amazon. It just doesn't work like that. It takes work, and especially for the Aussie market, it takes work, it takes time, it takes effort, but it does work. And if you are willing to, even if you have setbacks, if you're willing to push through them, without a doubt, you're going to be successful on Amazon. It's just like anything. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have parts of it where you think that it's not working at all. But if you push through that and you learn from your mistakes and you keep doing it, keep trying, without a doubt, you're going to win with Amazon. You're going to have your own little business set up, which is eventually going to grow depending on what your goals are. It's eventually going to grow. And if you're starting it now, I'm going to make a really, really big push for my own personal course this year, because there's so many Aussies that are looking for something like this. They're looking to start something like this, even if it's just a side project. They're looking to start selling on Amazon. They need some direction. Now, do you have to go on and buy a course? Does it have to be mine? Does it have to be someone else's? No, you don't have to go and buy a course. But a lot of people like the courses there because they give you a set out strategy. You can learn all this stuff on YouTube. I'm going to be completely transparent with that. You can learn all this stuff on YouTube, and you can go through and take notes and look at people's individual videos, and then figure it out from there. Because when I first started, I bought courses. I first started learning from YouTube, but I needed a course because I needed to buy someone else's. Back when I was selling on the US, I had to buy someone else's course because I needed a set out method. I didn't want to skip steps and be stuck. I would rather pay the money, whatever it was, $400 or $500, to learn the step by step, and then to basically learn the rest of it by doing it. And a lot of people need that. Some people don't need it. Some people are happy to go ahead and watch YouTube videos, take notes, and then just find their own direction, which is completely fine. You don't have to buy a course. You don't have to do mentorship or anything like that. The best way to do it, best way to learn, is to do it yourself. And that's just with anything. And this is going to be all this e-commerce stuff in 2020 that's happening in Australia is going to be huge. I have a really big feeling that 2020 we're going to see some substantial growth when it comes to buying online, and when it comes to products and things like that are offered for e-commerce, and just the whole space is going to slowly start blowing up. It's like I can see it being as like a big snowball effect, which I guess is like any kind of market. But you should have seen it in 2017. If you're only just looking at this stuff now, 2017, everyone just wrote off Amazon Australia as a whole, and it took a very, very long time, and it took basically a lot of myself learning, a lot of other people learning, a lot of other people doing it, to slowly start showing other people, hey look, this stuff does work. It's Amazon. Amazon aren't one of the biggest companies in the world, in the entire world, for no reason. So I trusted that Amazon knew what they were doing. You know, there were reports that Amazon were losing money, and there are other reports saying that you know, it was their biggest launch ever for any market ever here in Australia. And I just didn't sway either way. I just stayed neutral with it, and I thought, okay, the only way to do this is to put what I've learned from Amazon US, from selling on the US, put it into the AU market, and then just start trying to sell on there. And then from there, you know, I can teach my students, you know, what we can do and learn along the way, and then try and grow their sales from there. And it's got that snowball effect, and it's starting to go. It's a lot better than what it was in 2017, God. But it's going to get even bigger. It is nowhere even near its peak yet, which is exciting. That is very, very exciting stuff, and I'm happy that we're in this era. I always call it the golden era for Amazon as well, for e-commerce, and that's for you know, drop shipping as well on Shopify, or just e-commerce in general. You know, you can flip stuff on eBay. It's just, there's so much opportunity there in e-commerce that it's just amazing. And if you are looking to, you know, start your own online business, but you don't want to create your own website, and you don't want to, you know, you want to have your own brand, you want to have your own products, I think Amazon FBA is still one of the best business models out there. So pretty much like I was saying before, the way I would prepare is to make sure that you have products, make sure that when you're doing your product research, and I will be doing more product research videos coming into 2020 as well. I've got a whole list of ideas that I want to post out, and there's going to be a really lengthy video of how to sell on Amazon, and it's going to show you all the basics as well, all for free on YouTube, of course. But really, to get ready, yeah, you do need, when you're doing your product research, look around and look at products you have around your house, get some ideas on there. I wouldn't necessarily chase the trendy products. I would be chasing products that, you know, people need and people want. That's high quality. You know, when you're looking at your supplies and whatnot, make sure that it's high quality, and make sure, yeah, that it's just something that people need. Because at the end of the day, if people need it and it's high quality, you can charge a higher price for it. And if you've got branding on it as well, you're pretty much creating your own brand. You're creating your own demand in a sense as well. So really, it's hard to do that on the US. It's a lot harder to do that. There's more money you need to put into advertising and whatnot. But on the AU market, there's just such a golden opportunity here that I need to get the word out to you guys. So I know that usually I do these videos, you know, in front of my computer, and I show stuff as well. But I just wanted to do this video just to really show you guys what I would start doing to prepare. And if this is the very, very first video that you're watching on Amazon FBA for Aussies, basically what I would do is I would go through even my own videos on this channel, have a look. I've already got in-depth videos on there already, and just start learning, start researching, start writing down notes of what you want. The main thing is to have a goal as well, and that's all you got to do. Just start learning, and then once you start learning, it doesn't have to be from a course. You can just basically start learning on YouTube and on forums and whatever else. And then once you start learning, the biggest thing that you can do is just to go out and do it. Just go out and try it. And if you have any questions for me, you don't have to be involved in my course or in any kind of coaching or anything like that. You can go ahead and message me as well. I'm happy to answer. I've always had tons of people message me that aren't in my course, and I can just help them out, you know, as much as I can. But biggest thing to do is just to, you know, best thing to do is to go and just do it yourself. That's the best thing. It's the best piece of advice I can give you. And I always try and be as transparent as I can with all this kind of stuff, because I know that it's not easy doing this stuff, especially when you're a beginner, you know, trying to find products and doing all that kind of crap. You know, it's kind of daunting at the start, and you think that it might not be worth it, but I can guarantee you just stick with it. And if you have a goal in mind of what you want, it's so good. The feeling once it's done, and the feeling of getting somewhere and getting over a hump, or you know, just getting some success with it, it trumps anything. It trumps all that heartache and stuff, you know, when you're going through it. So apart from that, guys, that's pretty much it. It was all I really wanted to do for this video, just to give you guys a couple of strategies going into 2020. But like I said, I'll be doing a lot more tactical videos coming in, and a lot more in-depth stuff. But if you want any videos in particular, please let me know. And I think we've got something like, it's like almost 2.2 or 2.3k subscribers at this current point in time. That's huge. You know, I remember doing all these videos and I had like 250 subscribers, and for me that's huge. I love seeing the support that you guys, you know, give on this channel as well. It really means a lot. But the biggest thing is I just want to help you guys out. I just want to push you guys in the right direction and give you guys, you know, the steps to make fewer mistakes than what I did when I was first starting, because there's not really much about it, for Aussies. It's all the US, and I really want to create this kind of, mini movement going into 2020, and just for all the Aussies out there, because there's someone that needs to try it all out for all the Aussies and then give some direction. So that's what I'm going to try and do. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below. I'll see you guys very, very soon.